Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of our 5-day Tafseer course on the amazing surah of Surah Al-Waqiah. So this is lesson 2, and my name is Ustad Tasneem, aka Ukhti, and I'm the founder of Good Tree Arabic Academy, an online Arabic academy dedicated to teaching Muslims around the world the beauty of Islam, the beauty of the Quran, and the beauty of the Arabic language. And today, inshallah ta'ala, we will be talking about something so beautiful. And in fact, you know, just like we're going to be talking about that beautiful thing. What is that beautiful thing we're going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about Jannah. Jannah is the garden, it is the paradise, it is the ultimate destination for all believers, inshallah ta'ala. And just like you can see this beautiful garden, how much joy it brings to you. Just like that, remember, my dear brothers and sisters, we are in the Garden of Jannah right now. We are in the gardens of paradise right now. Why? Because we are seeking knowledge. So inshallah, let's purify our intentions only to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you can take notes as well. And inshallah ta'ala, let's go ahead and let's talk about today's content. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So inshallah, today we're going to be going through verse 12 to 40, and we're going to be talking about something so amazing, which is the description of Jannah. We're going to be talking about the description of Jannah, inshallah, and this will be heart melting. This will be a motivation for us to be from the sabiqun, the forerunners. So there are two types of Jannahs, and we're going to compare them. Okay, we're going to contrast and compare them. The Jannah number 1, which is the high level of Jannah, is going to be for the sabiqun, the forerunners, the leaders. And the number 2 is going to be for the ashab al-yamin, the people of the right. We're going to be talking about the food, the drinks, the clothing, the social aspect, even the spouses, and so many more aspects of paradise, of Jannah, inshallah ta'ala. So this is sort of like a continuation, an elaboration from Surah Rahman, which also talks about Jannah as well. So you see how Surah Waqiah and Surah Rahman, they're very similar in their content. So, leaving off from what we left off yesterday, السابقون السابقون أولئك المقربون في جنات النعيم, in the gardens of pleasure. So remember, these sabiqun, they are running, they are being the first ones in the race. And they're the ones who are being brought near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And where do they end up? They end up in the gardens of pleasure. ثُلَّةٌ مِّنَ الْأَوَّلِينَ وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنَ الْآخِرِينَ. Okay, I want you to remember this word. ثُلَّةٌ means multitude. Okay, so meaning a lot of people. ثُلَّةٌ means a lot of people. So there's going to be a lot of people from the earlier generations. أولين, earlier generations. وَقَلِيلٌ, qalilun means a few from the later generations. So guys, I want you to tell me, subhanallah, do you think we are from the awwaleen or from the akhirin? Are we from the earlier generations, or us, meaning us on the Zoom call, are we from the later generations? What do you think? Yeah, clearly we are from the later generations. Now someone might think like, does that mean that not many people from this ummah are going to go to Jannah? Well, the thing is that no, there is 2 tafseers of this point. So tafseer number 1 is that there will be a multitude of forerunners from the early generations before this ummah, and a few from this ummah. Okay, so from the time of the prophets all the way from Adam alayhi salam until Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the prophets, Musa, Isa, all these prophets, they're gonna the forerunners are gonna be from them, a lot of them, from that generation, from the early generations of humankind, and then a few from this ummah. But guys, all the way from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the way to the 21st century of 2021 right now, how many millions and millions and even billions of people have gone, right? It's been 1400 years, subhanallah. So even if you say qalilun min al-akhirin, a few from the later generations, or few from this ummah, that still means hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, you know? So, subhanallah, you know, it doesn't mean that, oh, there's only going to be like 8 people going to Jannah or something. No, it still means like a lot of people, okay? Because this ummah is so large, so the fraction is going to be appropriate to that. Does everybody understand that? Right now, there's like 7 billion people on the earth. So even if you take like what, like qalilun is like less than 50%, right? So even if you take like 49%, inshallah, that's like half the people. So I mean, just depends on how much qalilun is, you know. Tafsir number 2 is that actually we're not talking about the earlier generations. We're not talking about our ancestors or the earlier prophets. We're actually talking about this ummah in general, like from the time of the Prophet Muhammad SAW all the way until now in the 21st century. So they're talking about, this ayah is talking about the multitude of forerunners from the time of the first Sahaba. So we're talking Abu Bakr, we're talking Umar, Uthman, Ali radiallahu anhum, all the Sahabas who are the pioneers of Islam, you know, the ones who, and there's so many pioneers of Islam, you know, the ones who established Islam and, you know, they propagated Islam and they strengthened it, you know, and subhanallah. So, and that's how it got to us in the 21st century. So those are the forerunners. So there's going to be more of those people. And from the later generations, meaning us, there's going to be a few as well. But remember, from every single generation, there's still going to be a lot of people who are going to be leaders in their field in all aspects, in many different aspects. Some people are going to be leaders in teaching. Some people are going to be leaders in establishing the Muslim economy, you know, maybe making a business that will help the people. Some people are going to be pioneers in medicine. Some people are going to be pioneers in giving dawah, you know, propagating Islam, in scholarship, you know. Some people are going to be leaders in like actual political, in the political sense, you know. So I mean, and some people are going to be leaders in raising the children of the ummah, you know. So subhanallah, you know, it just depends, you know. You have to be the sabiqun in whatever field you are, you know, and be the forerunners in there, you know. Like do the best that you can and make sure you're doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that, you know, and of course in your good deeds as well, you know. Now I want to share with you a few hadiths, a beautiful hadith that really melted my heart. And this is the hadith of Ukasha radiallahu anhu. So what is this Sahaba's name? His name is Ukasha radiallahu anhu. Okay. So let me say this hadith and then you guys can follow along. Okay. So narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, I heard the Allah's apostle saying, "From my followers, there will enter paradise a crowd 70,000 in number, whose faces will glitter as the moon does when it is full." On hearing that, Ukasha bin Mihsan al-Asdi got up, lifted his covering sheet and said, "O Allah's apostle, Ya Rasulullah, make dua, invoke Allah that He make me one of them." So, mashallah, Ukasha radiallahu anhu, he got up and he's like, "Ya Rasulullah, make dua that I be of these 70,000 people." And then the Prophet ﷺ said, "Oh Allah, make him one of them." Another man from the Ansar, so another man, he heard this and he's like, "Ya Rasulullah, make dua to Allah to make me one of them as well." And then the Prophet ﷺ said, "Ukasha has preceded you," meaning sabaqaka Ukasha. Meaning, you know, Ukasha already asked me first, and you know, I can't make this dua for everybody, otherwise I have to do it for everybody, you know. So mashallah, so you see Ukasha radiallahu anhu, he was the sabiqun in asking for this dua as well, you know. So subhanallah, so you can see what is this hadith saying? 70,000 in number. Now you see in the Arabic language, 70,000, it doesn't just mean exactly 70,000. 70,000 or the number 7, it's used for kathra, it's used for like denoting a great number, like abundance. It's used for showing that it's a lot of people. Okay. And subhanallah, imagine these people, their faces are going to be glittering as the moon does when it is full. Subhanallah, may Allah ta'ala make us of these 70,000 as well. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Now, I want you to do the math. There's the continuation of this hadith. There's another hadith, which is mutawatir, which is very authentic. The Prophet ﷺ said, 70,000 of this ummah will enter paradise without reckoning. So imagine on the day of judgment, everybody's there to get their judgment, right? Everybody's there to get their account. But remember, 70,000 people from this ummah will enter paradise without reckoning, without any hisab. They're just going to go free. Like imagine if you were going to go on a holiday to Hajj or something like that, and you need to do your visa, you need to do your passport, you need to do your check-in, your luggage. Imagine when you're at the airport, it's very stressful because like you're being screened at every single like stop, right? And everybody's looking at you. But subhanallah, imagine being your name being called out and saying, Yalla, go to Jannah directly. Just take this elevator to Jannah. That's it. No visa, no requirements, nothing. No questions asked. Subhanallah, subhanallah. Like imagine the sense of relief, the sense of joy and happiness that you would feel if you could just get to Jannah without any reckoning. Subhanallah. May Allah Ta'ala make us of these people. Now the hadith doesn't just stop there. What does it say after that? In another narration of this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ added, مَعَ كُلِّ أَلْفٍ سَبْعُونَ أَلْفًا. With each 1,000, another 70,000. So how many people? There's 70,000 people who are going to go to Jannah without any reckoning. Then on top of that, times that by how many thousands in 70,000? There's 70,000. No, there's 70 in 70 thousands in 70,000. Okay, so what's the math on that? I have no idea. Let's see, it's 40, 49, and then a 0, and then I don't know how many zeros are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is, I can't even say this number. This is the number if you do the math, generally speaking. But then on top of that, subhanallah, in another narration, he said, مَعَ كُلِّ وَاحِدٍ سَبْعُونَ أَلْفًا. With every one of them, there's going to be another 70,000. So what is that going to be? That's going to be, so we have 70,000 times how many ones in 70,000? Another 70,000. Now this is like really hard for me to, like how many zeros? 1, 2, oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know what this number is called, okay? So, I mean, subhanallah, doesn't this, even if this math is not correct, or, it's a symbolic in nature, it just shows you, subhanallah, that, there is a great chance that we will, inshallah, get to Jannah, yeah? It just shows you that, Ya Allah, just make me of these 70,000, even of the original 70,000, or the 1,000 of the 70,000, or just the one of the 70,000. Ya Allah, just make me one of them, So, subhanallah, this is a mutawatir hadith. It gives you a lot of hope that, inshallah ta'ala, we will be of those people who will enter Jannah without reckoning. Remember, these are people who are going to enter Jannah without reckoning. Subhanallah. It kind of reminds me of this hadith as well, because remember, these people are the forerunners. Islam began as a stranger and it will return to being a stranger. So blessed are the strangers. Imagine if you could be of the forerunners, even when everybody takes a step back. When everybody takes a step back and says, no, I'm not ready to lead. Imagine you take the first step and you become the forerunners that everybody else follows, SubhanAllah, it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of emotional strength, mental strength, physical strength to do that. You need to be mentally strong, because people are going to think that you're strange. People are going to think that you're weird, that you're being excessive. But really, all you're trying to do is be your very best so that you can be of the forerunners and you can get to that higher level of Jannah, that you can get to the higher level of paradise. Subhanallah. Now, what is going to be in the higher level of paradise? What is going to be for the Sabiqun? Now, let's get into the description of Jannah, yeah? Ala sururim mawduna. All will be on jeweled thrones. Wow, subhanallah, jeweled thrones. Muttaki'ina alayha mutaqabilin. Reclining face to face. Now, guys, I want to ask you guys a serious question. Who loves sleeping? Who loves their bed more than anything in this world? Who has a very attachment with their bed. Oh, guys, for sure, I do as well. And subhanallah, like, you know, when you get, I don't know, like when you get into a mattress, which is like, or a bed, maybe in like a hotel or maybe in like someone's house, and you just, oh, it just feels so good. You know, the duvets are on top of you, the firmness of the mattress is just amazing, and you just don't feel like getting out of that bed at all, right? So subhanAllah, imagine that, but in Jannah times 100, you know? And on top of that, the beddings and the furniture of Jannah, they will be woven with gold, according to Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu. And it will be so comfortable, but it's going to be beautiful as well, you know? And what does Allah say? He says, reclining face to face. So guys, I mean, in quarantine, I'm pretty sure that you can remember that, you know, it was so hard to keep up in contact with all your friends and with all your family, and you know, you guys did FaceTime and stuff like that, but talking to someone on FaceTime and talking to someone face to face is very different, right? Would you agree with me? You know, when you're talking with your friends, when you go out for dinner and you're just talking face to face, it's much more different than having a phone call with them, or it's much more different than having a text message with them, right? A text conversation with someone. So subhanallah, you're going to be with your friends, with your homies, you're going to be chilling with them face to face, because it hits different as well, doesn't it? Subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that these are the things that we love, these are the things that we appreciate, and they're going to be amplified in Jannah as well. Subhanallah. يطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون. They will be awaited on by eternal youths. So young boys, they will be coming and they'll be waiting on us, they'll be taking our orders. Now, why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say ولدان مخلدون, eternal youths? Wildan especially means, like, you know, the boys, the young boys. Now imagine a young lad, you know, when you're a teenager, maybe 15, 16, 13, imagine a young lad getting his first job. Yeah, he's so excited, yeah, and he's so energetic. He's like, I'm going to try my best, I'm going to do my very best. And how cute is that? You know, you just see how much effort they put into like making you happy and stuff like that. Why? Because it's his first job, you know. And when a youth gets their first job, like they feel like, oh, this is like so fun, this is so interesting, you know. Like imagine, even if you're like 13 years old or 14 years old and you get a job at McDonald's, you know, you just go back to school and you're like, oh, I got a job at McDonald's, you know. Yeah, because it's your first job, you know, you're feeling productive, you're getting some money, you know. But then imagine if you get a job at McDonald's when you're like 30 years old. Would you be happy about that? No. So that's why these are the eternal youths, you know. They don't want, they're fine with being, you know, they're not going to be changing, they're not going to, you know, grow old and leave you, you know. So subhanallah, these eternal youths, they're going to be running around and serving us, you know. They're going to be taking our orders, fulfilling every need that we need, you know. Bring me this, bring me that. Oh yes, yes ma'am, I'll go and bring it for you. You know. So subhanallah, it's just subhanallah, it's so cute, you know. Yeah. Verses 18 to 19, بِأَكْوَابٍ وَأَبَارِيقَ وَكَأْسٍ مِّن مَّعِينٍ, with cups, pitchers, and a drink from pure wine from a flowing stream. So akwab is the one without handles. Is like, I couldn't put a picture over here. So it's like containers without handles. Wallahu alam, I think. Abariq is with the handles. With handles and a spout. And then ka'sin just means a cup, okay? It's like the actual cup that you drink from. Okay? So so let me just double check actually, just 1 second. So I was supposed to put the tafseer of this, you know, but I didn't have time. But yeah, basically there's going to be all different types of you know, containers. And guys, I mean, who loves like collecting teapots and stuff like that? You know, maybe your mom does. Maybe, you know, collecting teapots and like nice little cups and stuff, and with like little gold trims and I don't know, like trays and all this kind of stuff. Like it's like a very like interesting fascination, okay? So subhanallah, imagine like, you know, you're going to be having these beautiful cutleries and beautiful containers as well, subhanallah. So that just adds to the luxury of drinking that thing. لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون, sorry. That will cause them neither headache nor intoxication. So, in this world, people, they drink alcohol. Why? Apparently alcohol doesn't even taste that good. Obviously it's made from like fermented grapes and like rotten grapes and fermented vegetables and stuff like that, right? So people in this world, the only thing that attracts them to drinking alcohol is to escape reality, to ease the edge of things. But in the akhirah, in the hereafter, they will drink wine, pure wine for pleasure, because that is their reality. They don't need to escape from reality. That is their reality. Subhanallah. Ad-Dahak reported from Ibn Abbas that the wine of this life has four side effects and four side effects. Number one, it intoxicates. Number two, it gives headaches. Number three, it induces vomiting. And number four, it causes excessive urine. So Allah mentioned the wine of paradise free from these characteristics. Subhanallah. So you know how people are addicted to wine? There's like this wine culture going on in like the 21st century right now, where it's like cool to drink wine and stuff like that. But I mean, like you can just imagine how much harm it does to the body. Yeah. Alcohol is not something that is healthy. Like no matter what anyone says, there's so many harms to it. If like don't like do something that you wouldn't want your children to do. Like if you saw a kid drinking alcohol or smoking or taking drugs, like if a child is not allowed to do that, or if a child is going to cause harm to a child, why would you do it in your adulthood? Does that make sense? So subhanallah, I just don't understand what this culture is right now. But subhanallah, you see, like when you get older, you want to escape from reality, right? You have job, you have bills, you have problems. That's why you want to escape. That's why they do that when they're older, when they become adults. But as a kid, you don't have that many problems, right? You just enjoy life the way it is. So yani subhanallah. But in Jannah, our daily life will be the reality and we'll have pleasure in every single moment of it. Verses 20, وَفَاكِهَةٍ مِمَّا يَتَخَيَّرُونَ. They will also be served any fruit they choose. And remember the word fakiha, it means the fruits that you eat for enjoyment. Okay, so fakiha in Arabic, fakiha, it means to enjoy yourself, to enjoy. And fakiha means like very specifically the fruits that you eat for enjoyment. So guys, go ahead and type in the chat box, what is your favorite fruit? Go ahead and type in the chat box, what is your favorite fruit? So Hafsa is saying mango, Sobia mango. Wow, we have a lot of mango gang, guys. Cherries. Okay. Wow, everybody loves mangoes. Strawberries, pomegranate, strawberries. Yeah, I love it. Mango gang. Yeah. I really like mango. I do. And I really like I like blueberries as well, to be honest. And I like I don't know, is avocado considered as a fruit? I'm not sure. I love avocado as well. Subhanallah. Okay, let's continue on. So they will have fruits from whatever they desire. So remember, you can have any fruits. There's going to be a buffet of fruits. You just tell your little wildan, your little waiter to come and bring me that fruit from that season, from that branch, etc. They'll bring it for you, وَلَحْمِ طَيْرٍ مِمَّا يَشْتَهُونَ. Oh, this is interesting. And meat from any bird that they desire. Wow. So guys, who likes chicken? Who prefers chicken to beef? Who's a chicken gang? We're gonna have a chicken gang over here. So subhanallah, there's a certain taste in chicken, it's different from beef, and especially when it's like roasted or from any way that you want your bird to be prepared for you, roasted, fried, KFC. You can have your own KFC in Jannah, guys. Subhanallah. Yeah, so in any way that you want is going to be 100 times better than what you even thought. Now, this is a really nice hadith that I found. I want to share with you. Okay, so Imam Ahmad recorded that Anas radiallahu anhu said that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna tayra al-jannati ka'amthal al-bukhti yar'a fi shajari al-jannah." The birds of paradise are like the bukht camels that graze in the trees of paradise. So, guys, imagine the birds of paradise. They're going to be as big as the camels, and they're going to be just hanging out, chilling in the paradise, in the trees of paradise. So these are not like skinny little chicken bones. These are like meaty, you know, no hormones, no GMOs, guys. Like just pure good meat. Okay, and then you're gonna look at that, and then you're gonna be like, wow, I just want it, and then it's gonna come to you roasted. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu commented, "Oh, Allah's messenger, surely these birds must be wonderful." He's like, wow, Ya Rasulullah, that sounds good. I like myself some chicken. You know, I like myself some meat or fowl, guys. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, "Akiluha an'amu minha." I love this. Those who eat them are more wonderful. That is so cute, subhanAllah. So Abu Bakr, he's like, wow, I love these chickens, or I love these birds. Can't wait to eat them. And then the Prophet ﷺ looks at him and he's like, those who eat them are even more wonderful. Wow. And he repeated this statement thrice. Wow. The Prophet ﷺ went on. And on top of that, he said to Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Inni la arju an takuna mimman yakulu minha. And I hope that you, O Abu Bakr, will be from those who eat from them. Subhanallah. Doesn't that just warm your heart? Subhanallah. And may Allah Ta'ala make us of the people who eat these fantastic birds as well, inshallah. I mean, dude, I'm only gonna, you know how you go to weddings and you go to dawats just for the food nowadays? Like, you don't really care about anything else. Like, I'm going there just for the food. Guys, I'm going to Jannah just for the food as well. Okay, subhanallah. Verse 22 to 23. وَحُورٌ عَيْنٌ, and they will have maidens with gorgeous eyes. كَأَمْثَالِ اللُّؤْلُؤِ الْمَكْنُونِ, the likenesses of pearls, well protected. So subhanallah, you know, I talked about this in Surah Rahman as well. So if you want a more explanation on the hur and who are they exactly, and what are they exactly, you know, because hurs are different creatures from human beings. So they have a different standard of beauty, and they're gonna have wide eyes, and they're gonna be like well-guarded pearls. So in Jannah, we're not going to be jealous of the hurs because they are a different creation. So even us, we're going to be like, wow, this hur is so beautiful and whatever. And, you know, it's going to, etc., etc. So, you know, if you want an in-depth explanation of that, you can go back to Surah Rahman on my YouTube channel and you can check that out. Okay? But yeah, mashallah, beautiful. Let's continue on. So, جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ, as a reward for what they used to do. Subhanallah. So, remember the sabiqun, you know, even when everybody was making fun of them, even when they were going ahead of everybody and no one else was, you know, they were alone on the path. They were on the siratul mustaqim. They were on the straight path, but they were alone on that straight path. You know, they were the first ones to be on the straight path. This is going to be the reward for what they used to do. لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا تأثيما. They will not hear therein ill speech nor commission of sin. So they're going to be talking, you know, but they won't be talking about useless things. Okay, and they won't be talking about things that will, you know, sinful things or bad things, you know. You know, they're not going to have, you know, some people, they get together, they gossip, you know, they get together with the girls or the boys, you know, and, you know, they just have a really good gossip session, you know, talk about the drama that happened in that house and the wedding, who broke down, and this girl and that boy, you know, and they just love that, you know, they just love eating the flesh of other people, you know, they just get some enjoyment out of putting other people down. No, when you guys get together with your homies in Jannah, you're not going to be talking like trash. You're going to be talking about good things, meaningful things, you know, and you're going to be hearing beautiful things as well. Another thing that makes me think of this ayah, لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا تأثيما, you know, they will not hear therein ill speech or sin. You know, even the music of Jannah, you know, because in Jannah, music is halal and stuff. You know, even the music is going to be so beautiful, so pure. It's going to be heartwarming, you know. Guys, just listen to the top 10 tracks of today's music, you know. If you go on Spotify and just see the top 10 music playlist, how much ill speech and how much commission of sin is there in just one verse in the first paragraph of every single song? Yeah, guys. Subhanallah, all the music of today, it's all trash. You know, there's no meaning behind it. It's just desensitizing you to the morals and ethics of what a human being is, you know. And it's all the work of shaitan, you know. That's why it sounds so good, you know. It sounds good, whatever, in terms of the fact that, you know, music is addictive, you know, in some ways. But in Jannah, subhanallah, if we just stay away from that stuff from now, in Jannah we can hear the most beautiful music from the angels, subhanallah. Illa qilan salaman salama. There will only be a saying of peace, peace, subhanallah. Only peace, peace. وَأَصْحَابُ الْيَمِينِ. So that is all of the sabiqun. So we have finished the first level of Jannah, okay? Now, there is the second level of Jannah, okay? It's kind of like, you know, a little bit on the lower end, okay? Sabiqun will be on the VIP level, the Diamond, Platinum Plus, and then we have Ashabul Yamin. Now, Yamin is different. You know how we talked about Ashabul Maymanati ma Ashabul Maymana at the start of the surah? Maymana means the extreme right, okay? So they are all the way on the right side. But Yamin means anywhere of the right side. So it can be from 1 to 100%. It can be anyone who just made it. You know, there was like two paths, yeah? 1, 2. And alhamdulillah, you went on the right path. So it can be anywhere from here to here, okay? So alhamdulillah, you made it, but you are on the right side. And of course, there are degrees of levels of how much you are going to be on the right side, you know. But they will also have an amazing Jannah. Now let's talk about that Jannah as well. Fi sidrin makhdud, they will be among lote trees with thorns removed. Okay, so they're going to be with this beautiful sidr. It has a beautiful smell. And usually in the dunya, the sidr, it has thorns. But in Jannah, the thorns will be removed. وَطَلْحٍ مَنْضُودٍ, and banana trees layered with fruits. So yeah, guys, there's going to be bananas in Jannah. Do you guys like bananas? I like bananas. Bananas are a very, you know, staple in the diet. It's very nutritious, you know. Subhanallah, you can eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You know, mashallah. وَظِلٍّ مَمْدُودٍ, and shade extended. Subhanallah. Just look at this beautiful tree. You know, imagine if it's a hot day and then you see this beautiful lush green tree. When you're in the shade and you're looking at the sunlight coming through, like, isn't that so beautiful? You know, the temperature of Jannah will be perfect as well. وَمَاءٍ مَسْكُوبٍ, and the water will be poured out. There's going to be abundant water for everybody, you know. And it's not just regular water, guys. It's not just your Fiji or Frantel or, you know, Voss water. It's the water of Jannah. It's the water of Jannah from the rivers of Jannah, subhanallah, more sweeter than honey. وَفَاكِهَةٍ كَثِيرَةٍ, and fruit abundant. لَا مَقْطُوعَةٍ وَلَا مَمْنُوعَةٍ, neither limited to season nor forbidden. Subhanallah. وَفُرُشٍ مَرْفُوعَةٍ, and upon beds raised high. You know, when I thought of this ayah, I thought about, you know how, you know, when you were kids and used to go on a bunk bed, you guys would fight over who would be on the top of the bunk bed, right? Who likes being on the top layer of the bunk bed? Yes. It's like this interest. It's like fun, you know. It's like this fun thing, especially if you have a nice, beautiful bed like this, you know. So subhanallah, in Jannah, you know, we experience some of the pleasures of Jannah in this dunya just so we know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about, you know. So, you know, there's going to be beds raised high. Inna ansha'nahunna insha'a, indeed we have produced them, the woman of paradise, in a new creation. Subhanallah. So even the woman of paradise, they're going to be made into a new creation. فَجَعَلْنَاهُنَّ أَبْكَارًا, and made them virgins. عُرُبًا أَتْرَابًا, devoted to their husbands of equal age. You know, because it's not going to be like some sort of misogynistic, you know, like, oh, men are controlling the woman kind of thing. No, you're going to be equal age. You're going to be loving each other. It's going to be so romantic. You know, you're going to be strolling on uh, the gardens of paradise. And remember when, you know, uh, why are they virgins? Because, like, you know, at the start of the relationship, you know, it's everything is like new, everything is cute, everything is romantic. You know, after 50 years, you just get bored of the people, you know. But like, you know, at the start of the relationship, it's like, oh, everything is cute and nice and beautiful, you know. So subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that as well. And all of this is going to be for the li ashab al yamin, for the people, companions of the right. Thullatum min al awwalina, a company of the former peoples. Wa thullatum min al akhirin. Guys, remember what thullatun means? Who remembers what thullatun means from the start of the lesson? Who can tell me what thullatun means? Multitude. Yes, many. So after you know, subhanallah. So after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the first verse for the sabiqun thullatun min al-awwalin wa qalilun min al-akhirin, for the ashabul yamin, subhanallah, there's going to be a lot from the former peoples and a lot from the later peoples as well. So guys, inshallah, we have a chance. It just shows you that everybody has a chance to get to Jannah, man. Now I want to continue on with this hadith, and I'm going to, and that will be the end of this lesson for today. The Prophet ﷺ, he continued after he said the hadith about the 70,000 people going to Jannah. He said, "Inni la arju an takunu ruba ahli al-Jannah." He said to the companions that I hope that you will be a fourth of the people of paradise, meaning 1/4 of the people of paradise. Meaning from this ummah, 1/4 of all the people of paradise is going to be 1/4 of us. Then we said, Allahu Akbar. Guys, you also say Allahu Akbar in the chat box. Say Allahu Akbar in the chat box. Because imagine, from all the hundreds and billions of people that have gone on earth, we're going to be fourth, 1/4 of the people of paradise. And then the Prophet ﷺ continued and said, Inni la arju an takunu thulata ahli al-Jannah. I hope that you will be a third of the people of paradise. We said, Allahu Akbar. Everybody say Allahu Akbar. The Prophet ﷺ said, Inni la arju an takunu nisfa ahli al-Jannah. I hope that you will be the half of the people of paradise. Subhanallah. And we said, Allahu Akbar. Guys, say Allahu Akbar. Then Allah's Messenger recited this ayah, Thullatum min al-awwalin wa thullatum min al-akhirin. A multitude of those will be from the first generation, and a multitude of those will be from the later generations. We said to each other, who are those 70,000? We then said, they are those. We then said, we are those. The Prophet said, I think, they are those who were born in Islam and did not associate anything or anyone in the worship of Allah. When what we said reached the Prophet, he said, oh, okay. So they said, they were asking each other that, oh, who was going to be the 70,000 people? And they had a guess that they said, oh, there might be the ones who were born in Islam and they did not associate anything with Allah. So meaning the born Muslims, because they thought to themselves that if you're born into Islam, that means you're better because you were always in Islam. But when this opinion reached the Prophet ﷺ, he said, no, actually that's not correct. He said, they're the people who do not get treated by cauterization themselves. They do not ask for ruqyah. They're to get treated by the recitation of the verses of the Quran, and they do not draw an evil omen from birds, but put their trust only in the Lord. This hadith has many chains of narrations. Okay, so basically, they're the people who have full tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to such an extent that they don't do the things, you know, they don't do anything that will seem like it has any reliance on the creation. Okay, now guys, don't take this in the wrong way. Okay, that this doesn't mean that you don't take medicine and all this kind of stuff, of course not, but it just shows that the level of tawakkul that they have, that's going to get them to Jannah without any reckoning, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, but yeah, subhanallah, the Prophet ﷺ, he made dua that, oh, I hope that you become the half of the people of Jannah. Now, guys, can we be at least half of that? Can we at least get to that, inshallah? Inshallah ta'ala. So, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us all of the people of Jannah, of Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us all of the people of As-Sabiqun Al-Awwalun. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us people of Ashab al-Yameen and Ashab al-Maymana. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, give us everything that you have mentioned in this surah of the beauties and the pleasures of Jannah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, whenever we're feeling lost, whenever we're feeling tired, whenever we're feeling unmotivated, Ya Allah, let us remember these pleasures and let us remember the description of Jannah so that we can be with our Habib Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, enjoying the beauties of Jannah. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Okay, so inshallah, everybody, alhamdulillah, we are at the end of our class. Please comment below your 3 main things that you have learned from this class. Inshallah ta'ala, I would love to hear your reflections. And make sure to register for the free 5-day Arabic course, which is happening next week, inshallah. We're going to be talking about many things about the Arabic language, miracles of the Quran. There are only 6 days left, okay, not 7, 6 days. Because we're going to be starting next Monday, inshallah. The links are in the description box and they are also in the chat box. So please, inshallah, I'm also going to be doing another Quran giveaway. So yeah, so guys, inshallah, I'm looking forward to seeing you and continuing to learn with you. I will see you guys tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakumullah khair. May Allah ta'ala make us really understand the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and let us be of the people of Jannah. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone.